the conscience within you is the Guru.
Guru Om Bhakti Guru.
So she's asking whether to plan classes or not. What I would vote for, what I would recommend, or what I have done, what works for me, I'm all into this, the woo-woo intuitive, so to speak. But I think it's important, especially for new teachers, and even for older teachers, go in with a plan. Think about it in advance. Sort of like, think about it a lot. Like, how does this transition into that? How does this transition into that? Think about it. Plan it out. Sequence it. And then when you're in there doing it, because if you've got it sequenced out in your mind, you'll go in with enough peace of mind, because you can always just like surf the plan. You'll have enough peace of mind that it'll just be clear to you to go, oh, at this point where I thought we were going to go this way, just change it up. And so give yourself freedom to start changing it up from your intuitive centered place in the middle of the class. But, like, I still think about it in advance. I think it's cool. It's fun to think about it. I think it's more responsible to think it out and then be intuitive along in the midst of that. Was that?
Yeah. No, that's great. We're doing that.
And most teachers, when they say they don't plan it out, I sort of wince. It's like, you know, and especially for your students, consistency is important. Doing the same thing a lot is really important. Just not always just mixing it up. Teach the same thing a lot, go over it a lot, go over it, go over it, go over it, so they get really familiar with it. And then encourage them, oh, you're so familiar with it, now get into the linger, adjust it, flow with it, change it, so that out of the familiar thing that they do begin to mix it up.
Thank you.
And what I do is, for years, I would write down before class what I thought I was going to do, sort of what I intended to do. So I had a before class plan. And then I'd go teach the class, and when I got home, I'd write down what we actually did. Which might be similar, but it might be real different. But then I got a sense of, oh, this is what I'm actually doing. And then the next class I would sort of teach that. So years of notebooks of what I thought I was going to do, what I actually did. Don't be afraid to be repetitive, especially as you start doing more freedom and intuitive stuff. Which it's the same. I intuitively change what I think I was going to do based on the energy I'm confronted with in the room. And I go into a class and I teach basically what I feel like doing. If I'm in a backbend mood, we do backbends. If I'm in a forward bend mood, we do forward bends, and I apply it to the people that happen to be there. But I just found that I teach it better if I'm in that mood. And so when I'm in the class then, teaching backbends because I'm in that mood, and yet the distress psychosphere is in the air, then I've got to maneuver it in a way so that it feels right to me and applies to everybody. I think that made sense. So from my perspective as the leader, sort of my compass is I just keep doing what's feeling right to me. That's the only way I know that I'm on the beam. And if I'm in a group doing what's feeling right to me, then it seems to work the best that way. It's appropriate here, it's appropriate here. I'm not in my own zone, only doing what I want to do, but I'm sort of merging with the room and so like that. And it's cool that all you've got to do is just keep doing what's feeling right to you in that circumstance. Trust and be brave. And you'll find yourself saying things in a way that you might not have said if everyone was in a happy mood, or if everyone was in a distressed mood. And yet we're all doing back bends, and I'm just doing what's feeling right. Anything else? Yes.